Hey guys, welcome back to day 4 of Adoption Awareness Month. And today we want to honor a very special lady. It's her birthday. Her name is Jane. She is our babysitter, a friend of ours, kind of an adoptive grandma to our kids.
Even though you're not old enough.
Yeah. She's a friend and a fellow church member. And we talked about yesterday how community is so important in the adoption journey, and she is just a large part of our supportive community, and I'm so thankful for her personally. She is a listening ear when it's been a while and the paperwork's not going through or something. Like, she's just there to encourage us, and we've been so thankful for her on this journey. So happy birthday to you, Jane. And the song we're going to be singing at her request is called When We See Your Face.
This song starts off and points out that the dark is overwhelming and the brightest lights can grow dim. It talks about our sinful struggles, our personal sinful struggles, struggles of being sinned against, struggles of simply being in a sin-cursed world. And our main hope that we look forward to is that Christ will return one day and set things right. And when we see His face, not only will our personal sin struggles be put behind us, but also just the pains of living in a sin-cursed world will be put behind us. And we look forward to that day. But one thing that we can't have hope in while we're here on earth until that day comes is that God reigns sovereignly over man's sin. And it reminds me of a story that I recently preached of Joseph being sold into slavery by his brothers. Of course, a very sinful and wicked act, and yet God had a plan behind it. He used Joseph going to Egypt to be raised up to second in command, to helping put together a plan of gathering food during the years of plenty, the 7 years of plenty, in preparation for 7 years of famine. And he was able to talk to his brothers later on and say, "You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good." And as we live in a sin-cursed world now, whether it be somebody's own sin being sinned against, or simply results of sin, death or sickness and pain that people are going through, their little ones who need to be taken in by other families and brought into their own home. And it is our desire and prayer that one day the little one whom the Lord leads to our home would be able to look back and say, the sin-cursed world meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. And be able to rejoice in that little one being able to come into our family and us sharing with them the love of Christ.
Though the dark is overwhelming and the brightest lights grow dim, though the word of God is trampled on by foolish men, though the wicked never stumble and abound in every place, arms of endless grace as your bride forever. When we see your face.
Happy birthday, Jane.
Happy birthday, Jane.